This is Patricia Raskin Positive Living on News Talk 630, WPRO, and 99.7 FM. The program that brings you practical strategies and positive solutions to help you live the kind of life you really want. To speak with Patricia and her guest, call 438-WPRO or toll free at 1-800-321-WPRO. Now, here's Patricia Raskin.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Patricia Raskin Positive Living. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. My co-host, Carrie Beers, has the day off, so I'm here in the studio with you. Just to tell you that Independence Day is observed in several countries in July beside our country. And so it's a very popular month for Independence Day. And on the average, July is the warmest month in most of the Northern Hemisphere and the coldest month in most of the Southern Hemisphere due to it being a winter month. And during July, flowers are abundant, as you well know. So happy July and happy summer in our neck of the woods. And happy 4th of July. And please remain safe and sound. There's a lot of activity right now here on Independence Day. So again, happy 4th, everyone. We have a great show today, our 2-hour show, which is live for you. And a lot of variety. We go from more the esoteric and a little spiritual to very practical. So from spirituality and kind of being psychic to finances, from one to the other. So, but it's all about making your life a better life, making the world a better place, and turning your obstacles into opportunities and your problems into solutions. My first guest is a new feature that we have today, and her name is Sandy Janota. And Sandy is really a planetary visionary. She's a medium psychic and a medical intuitive. And she sheds lights on problems that are facing us, whether they're psychological, they're emotional, whether you have a medical issue, and environmental. And she gives us very practical tools and ideals to deal with them. And also, if you have loved ones who have crossed over to the other side and are no longer with us, she can help you with that too. So for those of you who are driving in your car, or about to go to a picnic, and you have a cell phone, and you're not driving or texting, do give us a call. I'm going to give you the number, 438-WPRO, 800-321-WPRO. Sandy's very skilled and gifted, and can really give you some wonderful advice. Welcome, Sandy.
Hello, Patricia. Thank you.
What would you like to say to all of us today on July 4th, Independence Day?
Well, first I'd like to say I really appreciate the fact that people celebrate the birthing of this country. And I think it's important to say, independence today brings to mind for me the independence of our soul's journey and getting in touch with that independence to know what our progress is, to know where we need to go on our path. Because it is a very independent journey. And I think it's very important that we look within to understand that and to know how to make decisions for ourselves. Right. And make our next moves.
Now, one of the things you do is you are a medical intuitive.
Yes, that is correct.
What does that mean?
What it means basically for me is I have the ability to, and as well as many others, to actually look within someone's body, to see through the physical or ethereal body and see the manifestation of dis-ease. And what that means is any emotional stagnation, any challenge the soul has not embraced, really carries through into a cellular stagnation and causes a dis-ease in the cells, and what we then interpret as disease. And I'm able to see that, as well as, anyone else who does this kind of work. And I'm able to work with a client through reading and through a healing to change, with the assistance of the mat on the other side, to change cellular structure, to offer self-healing for that individual.
So you actually can see the patterns.
Absolutely. I can see blockages of chakras, which then become blockages in a cellular or a linear cellular fashion, which create diseases, or any common disorder that someone might have, even something like a cold. As simple as that. Yes, absolutely.
And what I hear you saying is, let's say someone calls in and says, Sandy, I have a cold, it's a summer cold, but it's not going away. Mm-hmm. So you're going to see something more than the cold.
Sometimes, yes. I mean, it may just be that it is a cold. Usually, though, when people have something as simple as a cold and it becomes something that lingers, it no longer is a cold, and it is really a manifestation. Yes.
Of something. All right, folks, give us a call, 438-WPRO and 800-321-WPRO. My guest is Sandy Janota. She is our new sort of in-house resident. Every month will come on, and she's a psychic, she's a medium, she's a medical intuitive, and she also has been an adjunct professor at SUNY Farmingdale and CW Post in New York, and has had a private therapy practice as well, and is a school psychologist in New York. So she has a lot of very practical background, and we have a caller on the air, Jan from Providence. Jan, your question for Sandy. Welcome and happy 4th. Hi, Jan.
Hi.
Thank you for calling. Your question for Sandy.
Yeah, I'm having an issue with my left knee and hip, and I was just wondering if she can give me any enlightenment on it.
Go ahead, Sandy.
Yes. Hi, Jan. Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for calling. Okay. May I deliver for you? Is that okay?
Sure.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. I'm picking up a couple of things. This is something that I feel you've had, is really upsurging right now, but it's something you may have had in the past on a much smaller basis.
Yes.
Is that accurate? Okay. This is what I'm going to suggest for you. I really think that you need to understand that this is a physiological-based issue. However, it has a lot to do with some unresolved issues in the past and unresolved issues with disconnection from someone who it's either a family member or someone who, there was a point in time where you just had to disconnect because you really disagreed over issues of the heart. And what has happened is this has become now something for you that's becoming very stagnant and very strong later on as you really need to embrace this and kind of go back and look at it and say, you know what, I need to let this go. I really need to look at this person and understand they did the best that they could and let it go. Are you resonating with this information?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Is it anything serious?
At this point, what I can say to you, again, I have to emphasize I am not a doctor, but what I can say to you, what I do see is there's a lot of muscle, ligament and muscle deterioration. I don't feel that it's something that will become serious if you really go back and address the emotional piece of it.
Okay.
If left unaddressed, it can become something that, will pain you even more and may require, some significant medical attention, yes.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Jan. Debbie from Coventry, your question for Sandy Janota, our medium this morning.
Hi, Sandy.
Hey, Deb.
Hi. My question is, I've been having a really hard time sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired all the time. I'm always dragging. They've taken some tests and everything's fine. They even put me on sleeping pills, and those don't work. I don't have a problem falling asleep. That's the first thing they ask because they say, "Oh, you're depressed." I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow, but I sleep like an hour and a half, and I am so tired.
Okay. Well, again, I know I have your permission to speak for you. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm not really feeling that this is a sleep-related disorder, Debbie.
Okay.
And I don't feel that it's an issue with depression. What I am intuiting, though, for you is that may I ask you, has there been some, and when I say recent, like within a year or two, that's what I mean by recent, some financial concerns?
Yes.
Okay. This is the root of what's happening for you, Deb. It's on a very unconscious level. And, whether financial concerns exist or not, and I certainly understand how that can be, really weighing heavily upon the mind. I think what you need to really kind of try to do is understand that if you really have belief and faith in yourself and all that you do, know that spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, will assist you in this process. That you really have to have faith that the finance will be okay. It will come. And when you start to understand that and get in touch with that, the sleeping issue will disappear. Now, again, I have to emphasize I am not an MD. However, I really don't think there's a necessity for you to take sleeping aids at this point in time.
I stopped because they weren't helping.
Yeah, and, another thing I suggest, I'm not sure if you're, currently doing this right now, but I really suggest before you attempt to go to sleep at night, just start with 15 or 20 minutes of a meditative practice, no music in the background, just simply allowing yourself to breathe deeply and go within. And don't try to disconnect with the thoughts. Let them flow. And this will help you. It will really assist you. And again, it's about the financial issue. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Trust me. The finances will be fine. Just trust. Trust in the other side.
Okay. Very much.
Thank you. Thank you for calling, Jean. Yes.
Oh, was that Jean? I'm
no,
sorry.
I'm sorry. It wasn't Jean. It was Debbie. No, it was Debbie.
Okay.
Jean is actually on right now.
Okay.
And Jean, we're going to ask you to hold until right after the break. But one of the things that Debbie had said when she said she was worried about finances, don't you think also, Sandy, that she and anybody who's worried about finances,
Yes.
we need to trust, but we also need to take action.
Absolutely. You know what? Yes, Patricia, you are correct. We need to trust in the other side with all issues, not just with the finances, but there is the part that we have to take, and that is correct. On an exterior level, we have to really, what I'm going to say is, as the medium, is we have to look within and understand what Spirit is trying to teach us with this lesson.
But we still have to, if it's another job that we need, we have to go after that
Yes.
and look for jobs. If it's more clients, we have to actively look at that. I mean, it doesn't come by itself.
Yes, you're right. When we go within and look at the lesson, then we understand that there's practical choices we have to make.
Right,
You're right. Is it a job? What do we have to do? So it's a 3-step process. Yes.
All right, thank you. Well, the phone is ringing. So,
Awesome.
folks, get your calls in. 438-WPRO, 800-321-WPRO. If you're in the car on the way to a picnic, this is a great time to call in and find out about what's going on for you. You're listening to Patricia Raskin, Positive Living, right here on News Talk 630 WPRO and 99.7 FM. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we've got a very, very chill for you, from finances to all kinds of things. So we're real happy to be with you today right here on the 4th. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone. We are back. You are listening to Patricia Raskin, Positive Living, right here on News Talk 630 WPRO 99.7 FM and on the web at 630WPRO.com. My co-host, Carrie Beers, has taken the 4th off, which I certainly can appreciate. It's beautiful out there. And happy July 4th to everyone. We have a great guest for you. So those of you in your car who are just kind of riding along, this is a great time for you to call in and get some advice about what's going on in your life. I have a new medium, psychic, who is very grounded, very practical. Her name is Sandy Janota, and she does an awful lot of work. She has a background in psychology, metaphysics. She also has been an adjunct professor at SUNY Farmingdale and CW Post. She has a private therapy practice. She's a school psychologist in New York. And Sandy really has a lot to offer us. She is a planetary visionary, a medium, a psychic, and a medical intuitive. And she gives us tools for problems facing us psychologically, medically, environmentally. So do give us a call. And we've got 2 people waiting, so we'd love to have you. 438-WPRO and 800-321-WPRO. And by the way, we have great guests for you for the whole 2 hours, so you've got to stay with us. All right, Jean from Providence, thank you for your patience in waiting. Your question for Sandy.
Yes, my question is, I recently left a job, and I'm wondering if you see me in a new career, getting a new job.
You know what? I think that we lost Sandy for 1 minute, but she is going to come right back.
Okay.
And she will be here and she will answer your question, but I saw her kind of disappear from the board for some reason. So just to, so keep your question, folks. Again, you can give us a call at 438-WPRO or 800-321-WPRO. And our guest today is Sandy Janota, who is a medium, a psychic, and a medical intuitive, and she certainly can answer your questions. So she will be on with us momentarily. Okay. Sandy, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm back. We're disconnected. I'm back.
Okay. All right. Jean, please repeat your question.
My question is, I recently left a job, and I'm trying to get another one. Do you see me getting another career opportunity, another job?
Yes, okay. First of all, Jean, I'm sorry that you had that experience. However, know that when a door closes, another opens. I see a couple of things for you, so let me start with number one. I see now, I don't know if you were contemplating prior to or actually will be, really a change in what you were doing. Mm-hmm. Is that something you were considering?
Yes.
Okay, because it wasn't prompted by the job loss. That's how I see it. But this is an opportunity, and Spirit is presenting, or the other side is offering you an opportunity to now take that chance. And as Patricia said earlier, absolutely, the practical piece is us moving forward to have the strength to make those choices. I do see you in about 6-month time frame, really solidly locked into something different. Now, may I ask, were you in the business field previously?
No, I was in government.
Okay. Okay. Because I do see you moving in a very different direction, almost like it'll be a business direction, but it's like in the support part of a business direction. So I'm not quite sure what that will be for you, but yes, I see it. Yes, it's coming, and you need to make that move yourself. Absolutely. Have the confidence and strength, because you know what? The other side offers all you need.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jean, for calling in. Teresa from Providence. Your question.
Hi, Patricia.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thanks for calling.
Happy 4th of July.
You too.
Thank you. I have a question for Sandy.
Yes.
I have had a horrible pain in my right shoulder for 2 years that first they thought it was rotator cuff, then it was diagnosed as RSD, and now they just really can't find out what it is. I'm a very healthy, active 50-year-old woman, and I was just wondering if Sandy could, tell me maybe if she has any idea what this might be.
Hi there. I'm here listening. Okay. I'm glad to hear, congratulations for you being healthy, happy, and active. It's impressive. I think we all need to take that route. This is what I'm seeing with the shoulder, okay? I'm not seeing anything. I do see some ligament issues, some minor tears. That seems to be it was a previous injury earlier on in life when you were younger, and it kind of lay dormant. And I think there's some scar tissue involved in there, and that's what I think is causing a problem for you. May I ask you, is it much more of a problem when there's like I guess the best way I can see is like a swinging type of motion, that kind of a movement?
I just know it's really painful if I move my arms back. Out to the side, or even just typing on a typewriter, on a keyboard.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is that, again, it was something that, really was commenced earlier on, and now is becoming more of an issue. What I am going to say to you, and what I suggest you do, though, very strongly, is it seems like there was some sort of a movement you wanted to make when you were younger. Now, I don't know if that means, I'm talking about a physical movement, actually a movement. I don't know if it was a resonance movement, it was a movement out of a relationship, but you had some difficulty approaching that, and were really hesitant and had some issues surrounding that, and that is manifesting now with the shoulder.
Wow.
You got that?
What can I do? That's big.
Okay, so having said all that, you need to remember that, okay, remember the soul's purpose here, go back and address that issue, work with it, and move forth now.
Does that help, Teresa?
Yeah, there's a number of times that there have been movements in my life when, I really wasn't sure what to do or what not to do.
Early on,
back
Teresa.
and research that.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much for calling.
Thanks,
we
Patricia.
really
Thank
appreciate
you, Sandy.
it. You're welcome. All right, folks, and we're going to tell you how you can find Sandy and and work with her and do a reading with her privately. But we have more calls here. Kate from Pawtucket. Yes, your question.
Hi, it's Kat.
Kat.
Hi. I'm just wondering what the future is going to hold for me.
Hi, Kat. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. It's a pleasure working with everyone.
Thank you so
okay.
much.
Future. Wow, that's a pretty broad question, but let me go with it.
Wait, Kat, can you be a little more specific?
Well, I'm not well, and it's a struggle every day. I have been alone for years. I do have family, but it's non-existent, really. I'm alone.
All right, now we have 1 minute to break, and we're not going to be able to go through this. So what we're going to do, Kat, is have you hold on.
Okay.
And Sandy's going to be thinking about this, and I know she's already got some feedback for you. So right after the break, and we have more callers waiting. So again, you can call us at 438-WPRO, 800-321-WPRO. My guest is Sandy Junota, and she is a very gifted medium and clairvoyant psychic and can give you some great answers. And this is all about positive living. It's all about turning your obstacles into opportunities. You're listening to Patricia Raskin, Positive Living. My great guest, Sandy Junota. And Sandy is a planetary visionary, medium, psychic, and medical intuitive. And she's giving us some great tools today, emotionally, psychically, psychologically, medically, and environmentally. And we have 3 people on the air. We have about 6 minutes left. So, folks, we're also going to tell you how you can have your own reading with Sandy privately and have a special offer if you tell them that you heard it on our show. Okay. Kat, we're back to you in Providence. You had asked Sandy before the break how your future looks. And Sandy, go ahead.
Hi, Kat. Okay, so let me talk to you about a few things. And I'll try to make this, easy for you. I'm feeling that, you have, there's a female in your life who is disconnected to you. I believe it's a family member. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
More than one, but...
there's one that I'm picking up very strongly, her energy. And I know that there's something that you disagreed terribly over.
Right.
Right. What I'm going to encourage you to do is kind of just sit back, think about that, think about how that went down. And maybe consider looking at it from a different view, not saying that you're right or she's right or anything like that, but looking at it from the view that, perhaps there's a lesson here that we're both to teach each other. And consider a forgiving energy and letting that go. I think that,
I have already, yes.
I think for you that, there are things that are to come. I do see some physical changes there for you coming, and many more things surrounding you regarding relationships that, have been difficult throughout the years for you. And I understand what you're saying about being alone. I think, as Patricia says, there is movement, there is action that we can take too. And a lot of it has to do when we deal with the other side, to really examine our piece and the lesson we are to learn or offer someone else in that existence.
Right.
I suggest maybe you consider we work together privately, and I could share much more with you that I cannot share on the radio.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, Kat, for calling. Thank you so much. Donna, from Attleboro, your question for Sandy.
Hi. I lost my mom about 9 years ago, and ever since then, she's appearing in my dreams almost nightly, which is great. I love it. I'm just wondering if she's trying to send me some sort of a message, or, is just trying to retain...
Hi, Donna.
Part of my life. Hi.
Yeah, hi. I'm sorry for your loss. And let me tell you this, that spirit, here we have because of we're on this earthly existence, or in this earthly existence, our energy is very dense. Spirit, when it crosses over, becomes very, very light. So one of the things they can do is easiest for them in attempting to connect with us is to come through in dreams first. And then if we can allow them, they will present themselves in a different way. More in a visual way, more in a movement way. Absolutely, when spirit comes through, that is their way of connecting with you and try to contact you. What you can do, if you want to have communication, what you can do is ask for it. It is as simple as that. Speak to her. They hear us. They see us. They're around us at all times. It's just a change in energy. They're still there. Let her know, hey, you know what? It's okay. I'm not afraid. I want to talk to you.
Okay.
And ask her, invite her in. I'm getting two names, so I'm not sure if you can connect with either one of these. I'm getting an MAR name.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Is that her? Okay. She's telling me she wants you to know she's okay. She's okay. She misses you. She loves you. She's okay. She crossed easily, although it didn't seem that way. Everything's fine.
Okay.
She's watching over you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thanks so much. All right, we have time for our call here. Jean from Providence, you've been very patient. Thank you. Your question for Sandy.
Hi. I have bursitis in my hip, and on a bike I injured my shoulder. I was wondering how you feel about acupuncture.
Oh, absolutely. Jane, is it? Yes?
Jane.
Hi.
Jane.
Hi, Jane. Absolutely. I myself use it. I think, one of the things we need to do in this country is pay more attention to, Asian medicine, traditional medicine as I call it.
Right.
Yes, I think it would help you. And what I see for you particularly, the bursitis, I think it would aid you tremendously to the point of where it will no longer be.
Oh, great. In the shoulder?
I'm seeing that's a temporary issue. Although I do think it's not. I know you suggest a bike injury. I also think it's connected to something else. And again, I'm going to say it for you the way I said it to someone else who called in. There's a movement issue for you, but I feel it's more emotional movement than anything else.
Oh, okay.
There's something going on that it's actually, I should say past tense, went on for you that you're still kind of hanging on to. I think it's an anger related issue, something you're not happy about, and you're still kind of hanging on to it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for calling.
Bye now.
Well, that's all the time we have for calls. However, don't lose heart, because you can call Sandy and work with her, and she will give you a special offer if you say you heard it right here on Patricia Raskin Positive Living. So, Sandy, they write to you at psychicreadingsbysandy.com?
Yes, that is the website, Psychic Readings with an S by Sandy with a Y.com.
So Sandy at psychicreadingsbysandy.com, or they can call you at?
Yes, it is 516 area code 205-6655.
Say that again, please.
516-205-6655.
All right, thank you. Oh, it's been great. The phone
Thank
has not
you.
stopped ringing. Well, thank you, Sandy.
It has been my pleasure. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and stay on the line. And it's so interesting because our guest up next is Bonnie McEnany, who's the wife of a 9/11 victim, and her book is Messages, Signs, and Visits and Premonitions from Loved Ones from the Other Side. Ties right into what you were just saying, Sandy.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being on. And again, write to psychicreadingsbysandy.com or write to me, patriciaraskin.com. I'll get you right over to Sandy. And Sandy will be on once a month, and so we'll certainly let you know when that's going to happen. Again, Sandy, thank you so much.
Thank
All right,
you.
folks, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Bonnie McEnany, and she's going to talk about messages from the other side. And then in our second hour, from 1 to 2, we're going to switch completely on the other side to business with Paula Marshall, our success feature, and then with Clarice Brooks and with her colleague Dan, and they're going to be talking about finances and about insurance with Dan Koger and with Clarice Brooks. So, folks, stay tuned. You're listening to Patricia Raskin Positive Living right here on News Talk 630 WPRO 99.7 FM and on the web, and I'm waving to you at 630WPRO.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.